The International Criminal Court, based in The Hague, the Netherlands, is the first permanent criminal court in history, created and governed by an international treaty called the Rome Statute. It has jurisdiction over the most serious crimes. This jurisdiction, or legal capacity to investigate and prosecute, is currently limited to crimes that are alleged to have occurred since the 1st of July 2002, and to three categories of crimes: genocide, crimes against humanity, and war crimes. Genocide can be described as criminal acts committed with the intent to destroy, in whole or in part, a national, ethical, racial or religious group, such as killing and deliberately inflicting on that group conditions of life calculated to bring about its physical destruction, in whole or in part. Crimes against humanity are defined as criminal acts committed as part of a widespread or systematic attack directed against any civilian population, with knowledge of the attack. Crimes such as murder, deportation or forcible transfer of population, or sexual violence may be included in this category. War crimes relate to grave breaches of the Geneva Conventions and other serious violations of the laws and customs applicable in armed conflict, when they are committed as part of a plan or policy or on a large scale. Crimes such as pillaging, intentionally directing attacks against the civilian population, rape, conscripting or enlisting children under the age of 15 years into the armed forces may fall under this category. The jurisdiction of the court will also include the crime of aggression when the conditions set by the Assembly of State Parties are fulfilled. Currently, 112 states have ratified the Rome Statute. They are represented in the Assembly of States Parties, which sets the general policies for the administration of the court, reviews its activities, and adopts the ICC's annual budget. Sudan has not yet ratified the Rome Statute. The crimes committed in Darfur, Sudan, were referred to the International Criminal Court following Resolution 1539, which was adopted by the United Nations Security Council on the 31st of March 2005. The prosecutor of the ICC opened an investigation in June 2005. Although Sudan is not a state party to the Rome Statute, as a member of the United Nations, it has to comply with the Security Council's resolutions. As a result, it must fully cooperate with the court. The court has now issued 4 warrants of arrest and 3 summons to appear in the cases related to the situation in Darfur. Warrants of arrest are orders issued by the judges of the pre-trial chamber for the purpose of arresting and surrendering a suspect to the court, to guarantee that he or she will be present at the trial, will not endanger the proceedings, or continue committing the crimes. Summonses to appear are orders issued if the judges are satisfied that a suspect can and will appear voluntarily before the court. So far, summons to appear were issued in the cases of Bahr Idriss Abu Garda, Abdallah Banda and Nourain, and Saleh Mohammed Jerbo Jamus, and warrants of arrest were issued against Ahmad Harun, Ali Kyshaib, and Omar Al Bashir. The court does not have an army or a police force. It relies entirely on the cooperation of the states to execute the warrants of arrest. Once a suspect is surrendered or has appeared voluntarily, the pre-trial chamber decides whether the charges against a suspect should be confirmed or not, and as a result, whether a trial should take place. The pre-trial chamber will hold a confirmation of charges hearing to determine whether there is sufficient evidence to establish substantial grounds to believe that the person did commit the crimes as charged. During the hearing, the parties and the participants, the prosecutor, the defence, and the legal representatives of victims, present evidence to the judges. If the charges are confirmed, the pre-trial chamber commits the case for trial before a trial chamber, which conducts the trial. If the evidence is insufficient, the proceedings shall be stopped and no trial can take place. 4 cases are presented before pre-trial chamber 1 in the context of the Darfur situation. Two warrants of arrest have been issued for the former Minister of Interior and former Minister for Humanitarian Affairs of the Government of Sudan, Ahmad Harun, and for the alleged leader of the Janjaweed militia, Ali Kyshaib, for charges related to crimes against humanity and war crimes. The two suspects remain at large. On the 25th of May 2010, Pre-Trial Chamber 1 informed the United Nations Security Council about the lack of cooperation by the Republic of Sudan in the case against Nourain and Kyshaib, in order for the Security Council to take any action it may deem appropriate. In the case of Omar Al Bashir, President of Sudan, 2 warrants of arrest were issued, and both remain in force. The first was issued on the 4th of March 2009 and lists 5 counts of crimes against humanity and 2 counts of war crimes. On the 12th of July 2010, a second warrant of arrest was issued in relation to the charge of genocide. Al Bashir is accused of committing genocide against the Fur, Masalit and Zaghawa ethnic groups in Darfur. The previous warrant of arrest remains in effect and the suspect remains at large. On the 17th of May 2009, judges of the pre-trial chamber unsealed a summons to appear against Bahr Idriss Abu Garda, the chairman and general coordinator of military operations of the United Resistance Front. Abu Garda is accused of committing war crimes related to his alleged involvement in the attack against the Haskanita military base in Darfur on the 29th of September 2007. He was charged with 3 counts of war crimes: violence to life, intentionally directing attacks against personnel, installations, materials, units and vehicles involved in a peacekeeping mission, and pillaging. These crimes were allegedly committed during an attack carried out on the 29th of September 2007 against the African Union peacekeeping mission in Sudan. Abu Garda appeared voluntarily before the court on the 18th of May 2009, following a summons to appear. The confirmation of charges hearing took place between the 19th and the 29th of October 2009. Following the hearings in the Abu Garda case, the judges declined to confirm the charges against him due to insufficient evidence. The prosecution's request for leave to appeal this decision was refused. The prosecutor may, however, ask for a further confirmation of charges hearing if he presents new evidence to the judges. On the 15th of June 2010, the pre-trial chamber unsealed 2 summons to appear issued in 2009 against Abdallah Banda Abakaer Nourain and Saleh Mohammed Jerbo Jamus. Both Banda and Jerbo appeared voluntarily before pre-trial chamber 1 on the 17th of June 2010. They are charged with 3 counts of war crimes allegedly committed during an attack carried out on the 29th of September 2007 against the African Union mission in Sudan at the Haskanita military group site in North Darfur. On the initial appearance hearing, the judges informed them of the crimes which they are alleged to have committed and of their rights under the Rome Statute.